But there's something about a summer weekend in Chicago that, and I'm not gonna lie, my run was not great because my calf started to. We are wedding ready. So I created 5 Trello boards. Hello, welcome to another vlog. So I'm always debating if I should do a vlog given I'm like 6 months behind editing videos, and I'm always creating content, but then I'm just not editing and posting. But there's something about a summer weekend in Chicago that makes me just want to vlog. So here we are. But I just finished work. It's a little bit past 1 p.m. so I was online a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I do have kind of more of a chill day today, which I'm excited about. I wanted to run this morning, but I did not do it because I just wanted to sleep. Like, I went to bed by 10 p.m. last night, which is like pretty good for me, but I could not get out of bed, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sleep in a little bit. I still woke up at like 6:30, 6:40, but honestly I felt so much more refreshed when I woke up, and then worked a little bit this morning. Like, flew by at work. I feel like Fridays, since we have half days usually, during the summer it just flies by, which I love, and I feel like I'm more productive, honestly, because I'm just like, I want to get out of here, so I want to get more work done. And now I have to figure out what to eat for lunch, and then I'm going to do a run outside. I am using this app called Nike Run Club, which is actually really cool. It gives you guided runnings, like guided coach runs, and that's optional. You don't have to do the guided coach, but at first I was like, why would I want a coach like yelling in my ear while I'm running? But I actually really like it. It's like very motivational, and I also love like the plan. So you can choose if you want to do like a half marathon or whatever plan you want to do, and it'll tell you every week what runs you have to do. So they give you up to 5 runs per week. And this is like I think this is my first week doing it. Yeah, it is. And I'm almost done with week 1. So today I have a speed run, which I don't really know what that entails. I did one speed run before, so I don't know if it's gonna be the same thing. But the downside to waiting to run until the afternoon, especially given we've been having like a heat wave here, is it's like 84 degrees outside. So I just feel like that makes it so hard to run. But to be honest, I need to get used to it because we are doing the marathon end of September, and last year end of September was so hot. Like, it was like 90 degrees. So in case we get really hot weather again, I need to be prepared. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna bring like a mini little, I need to find like a small light water bottle that I can put in my backpack so it's not too heavy, just to make sure I hydrate. I haven't decided if I'm gonna run on the river or on the lake yet, but I think I need some food in my system. So I'm gonna figure out what to eat for lunch, then we'll go on a run, then we'll shower, maybe I'll do some cleaning. I also, actually I don't have anything going on besides Shiv and I wanted to do date night tonight. I feel like last summer when I started vlogging, we were really regular about doing, date nights, and it would typically be on a Friday night. And then life just got busy and we started not doing it consistently, and we would do it like maybe once a month, but it felt like when we would do it, we'd be so exhausted. So we would end up just doing like a movie night or, something more chill, which is fine. But I feel like we haven't had the consistency of what we used to do, where we'd switch off every other week on who plans the date. So tonight is my turn to plan a date, and I'm actually really excited. I feel like we've been trying to eat healthier and like lose weight and whatnot. So I think we're just gonna cook dinner at home. Well, I'll cook dinner for us and do something very simple. And then after dinner, there's this bar called Guilt Bar, which is like a library speakeasy that I've been meaning to go to for literally like 4 or 5 years now. And so I didn't make any reservations because it's really hard to get a res there, but you can just sit at the bar. So I think we'll just go there and grab a drink and desserts. And after we come back, maybe we can watch some White Lotus, go to sleep. And then tomorrow we have a wedding to go to, which it's an Indian wedding. So it's kind of nice that it's only like a wedding directly into a reception, whereas usually weddings, Indian weddings, are like multiple days. So I'm actually really happy it's just a normal like half a day commitment. And then it's also in the city, which is nice. It's like 15 minutes away from us, so we don't have to go too far. So we have that tomorrow, and then also we have a long run. So tomorrow is the longest run I'm going to be doing, which is a 5K essentially. I haven't probably ran more than 3 miles since maybe like 5 years ago. So I think tomorrow's going to be rough, but we'll see. And then Sunday, we are doing brunch with some friends, and then that's all we have planned for now, but we'll see where the day takes us. Oh, and I also started school last week, so I now have homework to do. So gotta get back onto that grind. So have to find some time this weekend to do homework. I feel like I haven't just like given life updates in forever. So what else is new? Well, we're planning a wedding. What else is new? Well, we're moving out of this apartment in a month. Isn't that crazy? It's been 14 months since we've lived here. Like, it feels like just yesterday we moved in here and I was vlogging it, which is kind of crazy. And what else is new? Well, when we end our lease, we're actually moving back to my parents'. Well, I'm moving back to my parents' home. Shiv is TBD. He might move to his parents' home or move to my house, my parents' house, or do a hybrid and just like we kind of do like mid-distance a little bit. And it'll just be for a couple months until we move back to the city in October. And the reason for that was because rent is so expensive in the summer in the city. Like, you could be paying up to you could be paying up to $300 per month in rent compared to like if you move in October or November. So you just save a lot of money. And then also I was looking at our calendar, and like August, September, and part of October is just slammed. Like, it's so busy. We have weddings, bachelorettes. I'm traveling for work. I have a huge project in Dallas. I'm going to be traveling there a lot. We have my sister's wedding. So it's a lot. And so I was like, just to save money, I think it makes more sense to just take a couple months and live there. It is going to be a little bit more inconvenient from a moving standpoint. Like, we have to move all our things to Plainfield, and then from Plainfield we have to move back to the city. But I'm like, I'd rather have like a 1 day of inconvenience rather than pay like $8,000 to live somewhere for a couple months. So that is another update. Yay, new video's up. I've been meaning to post this one for so long. And then this one was 2 weeks ago. So guys, I'm slowly catching up. This one was 2 months ago, and then 5 months ago. So that's kind of where it started. But yay. This vlog was so fun to edit. It was just, I kind of forgot about the bachelorette party. I feel like, you know, you have such a fun weekend, and then a few weeks later you're like, I don't know, I tend to forget, you know. And then it was fun to watch all the videos, and I was like, oh my God, it was actually such a fun weekend. So make sure you watch it. Headed to the gym now. I have a little confession. I did take a 45-minute nap on the couch over there. Like, the sun just hit so perfectly on the couch in the afternoon that I was like, I'm just gonna rest my eyes for 15 minutes. And nope, I like fully fell asleep. I was like half awake, half asleep, but the sun was just like hitting me so perfectly. And I have zero regrets. I feel like summer Fridays that they give us for work is to relax also. And I love a good little afternoon nap in the sun. So a little behind schedule, but I decided I'm just gonna go work out downstairs in the gym and do my run on the treadmill because it's so hot outside. And honestly, with interval running, sometimes I feel like it's easier to do that because you can control speed on the treadmill. So we'll do that. And then I also want to get a lift in. I'm trying to do like 1 to 2 lift sessions while I'm still training for the half, because I obviously still want to gain muscle and whatnot. So I'm gonna do some back and buys. Also, I have an issue. So I tried to open up my Spotify today and it was like logged me out, and so asked me to log in. So if I recall, I think I was dumb when I used my, no, I don't think I was dumb actually. I previously had used my Spotify account linking it through Facebook, but then for whatever reason I changed it and linked it through my email. And I have a family premium plan, so I was actually paying for it the past 6 years, because I see on my credit card bill every month I have to pay $20. And so I was the owner of the member plan. And today I tried to log in using Facebook, I tried to log in with my email, and it kept saying email and password combination don't work. And then when I tried to reset my password, when I type in my email address, it says email does not exist with Spotify. So then I was like, okay, let me reach out to my family. And my family was like, oh, I don't know. Well, they ended up finding out hours later that they got an email saying that their premium plan ended, likely because the person owning it got their account disabled or ended their account or whatever. And my account was working just fine yesterday. And so then I looked to create a ticket in Spotify because they don't have a phone number. And when I try to create a ticket, you need to log in to create a ticket. So at first my sister's like, oh, we can just create the account on your behalf since we were under your plan. And I looked, and I did pay for Spotify literally 5 days ago. So I'm pretty sure I paid for this month. So hopefully I get my money back, but I don't know what happened. And then I Googled it, and I guess Spotify can close your account if you violate one of their policies. But I'm like, what policy would I have violated? I feel like I use Spotify normal amount. I listen to podcasts or saved playlists, and I have so many playlists on there. So I started freaking out, and I was like, oh my God, what if all my playlists are gone? But my sister looked up my account on her Spotify, and my playlists are all there. So worst case, if I have to create a new Spotify account, I just have to follow all of those playlists. But I'm really annoyed because it was literally working yesterday. And it's kind of interesting because you don't realize how dependent you are on something until you don't have it. I like to listen to instrumental music sometimes when I'm working, or even for running now, it's I rely on Spotify, and my liked songs oh my God, and I'm trying to plan out my sister's what songs to sing for her wedding, and I had saved so many ideas of songs there. It's just, I know I sound really bratty, and this is definitely not first world problems, or it is a first world problem, but I'm a little frustrated. So hopefully I can figure it out and get it squared away, because I don't know what I'm going to listen to on my run today. I might just do a non-guided run today and then watch a YouTube video. Workout is complete. I did not record any of it because just didn't really want to, but top is Lululemon, bottoms are Lululemon, socks are Nike. And I'm not gonna lie, my run was not great because my calf started cramping up, and I feel I think I mentioned this before with my Hokas, I think I have the Bondi 8 or 9s. Whenever I run on the treadmill specifically, my right calf really cramps up. But I feel when I run on ground, I don't feel it as much. But regardless, I want to get my feet fitted and probably get another pair of running shoes, because I do feel I'll be running a lot of miles this summer and the marathon, so I want to have 2 options. And maybe the Bondis are not good for my feet, I don't know. But I also did a really quick back workout. I didn't even do biceps, I just did 2 back exercises. I was very distracted during my workout because I was talking to a Spotify agent to identify my account, and good news, he did identify it, and apparently it got closed down because of suspicious activity. I literally listened to Mel Robbins' podcast, Call Her Daddy, The Skinny Confidential, your usual artists, nothing crazy. So I don't understand what suspicious activity I had going on, but anywho, I'm glad he identified it. Smile. Okay, we are back. We treated ourselves to some coffee. Well, I got a matcha, a little strawberry matcha after the run. And I have to say the run was not the greatest because I walked like 2 or 3 times. But I did a 5K. That was the first 5K I've done in probably like 5 years. And it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it wasn't like great either. And it was so hot outside, and yet again I ran into the issue with my shoes just like hurting my feet. Like the bottom of my feet were constantly in pain, and I was like, I don't know if that's normal, you know, like I feel like I could have gone probably maybe even further if my shoes weren't so uncomfortable. So I might go to Fleet Feet, the store where you can get fitted, and they give you recommendations for what shoes are best for you. I might do that tomorrow if I have time, but we'll see. Guys, it is Sunday and it's like 10:45 a.m. Pretty slow morning. I woke up at like 7:40 a.m. and yeah, just made some breakfast, and I've honestly been sitting on this couch all morning the past couple hours on my laptop. I was supposed to get a run in today, but I'm honestly thinking of just taking a rest day. We have brunch plans at noon, so I might hop in the shower soon. But I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. I've been feeling really stressed, honestly, since yesterday, because I was like, I have so much going on. We have my sister's wedding coming up in a couple months, and with an Indian wedding, there's obviously so many performances and whatnot. And August, I'm traveling a lot for work, and that's when her wedding is. So I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna have time to practice and stuff. So I was like, okay, I need to really utilize July to maximize my time to prep, and that way I'm not super stressed in August, and I can just like enjoy also the wedding stuff, festivities. And then also I'm in school, obviously, so I'm like trying to study, and was like, oh my god, there's so much to do. And then with Shiv and I wedding stuff, we honestly haven't been doing that much recently, I feel like, or if anything, Shiv is doing it. We are just in the contracting phase, and I feel like it makes more sense for one person to kind of handle all the emails, and so Shiv has been doing that for one of our venues. And so I haven't really been doing too much, but something that I've been wanting to do is create this like Trello board, which shout out to Yana for showing me her Trello board, because I was just talking about like wedding organizational hacks, and she's like really into that, and so am I. And so we were geeking out when I saw her a few weeks ago on like different organizational tactics she used when she was wedding planning. And so she showed me Trello, and I have been playing around with it, and it's like, I love doing stuff like this. I know I always talk about this, but I love organizational stuff, creating lists, vision boards, whatever. I actually enjoy it. So it's been on my to-do list to create the Trello board for our own wedding for the past few weeks, and I've just been putting it off a little bit. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it this morning, and that way I know what deadlines we have and what are non-negotiables, kind of like what do we have to get done soon. So I did that, and then I also this morning and last night spent some time like figuring out what performances I'm doing for my sister's wedding. So we have to figure out like what songs I'm singing and what songs to dance on. I'm choreographing one of the dances, which I'm not a good dancer, so that's going to be interesting. But I spent some time doing that this morning as well. So I want to show you guys though my Trello boards because I'm very excited about it. So I created 5 Trello boards, which is kind of crazy, but you know, Indian weddings, there's so many events, so you kind of have to. So these are the different boards. So I created one for every event. So we are planning on having an engagement party, but literally have been not really talking about this at all because we've been focused on like, okay, we just need to do our wedding venues stuff first, and then engagement party we can worry about later. But yeah, like there's different categories you can put them in, and you can add different like to-do cards, they call it. So that's pretty neat, and then we can just like check things out. So literally in the next 5 days, we need to send out invitations and determine guest list, and then I'll just keep adding on more and more stuff. And then I did the same thing for like our different wedding events. I have like 12 months out, 11 months out, and then just like each specific like category. And then same thing for ceremony and dinner. This one has a lot more because I put all the like bachelorette stuff, bridesmaid stuff, like save the dates, things like that, because I feel like that has to go under something. I have the Sangeet, and then I have the reception somewhere. And I tried to choose a background that kind of fits like the vibe. But yeah, I feel like this will really help me organize my thoughts. And now that I feel I've done this, and obviously I'm still going to keep adding and working to expand each list. At least now I know like these are the big hitters that I need to get done soon. So I'm not super overwhelmed, because sometimes I just feel like taking the time to plan will alleviate a lot of your concerns. I did the same thing for my sister's performances. It was like looming over my head, and I just sat down and created a list of all the things I have to do for the wedding performances. And now that I know what I need to do, I know what are like the most important things I need to work on, so I can kind of focus on that. But I'm gonna take a rest day today, which is fine. We're gonna walk a little bit today anyway, so I mean, it's okay. I feel like the run yesterday and the reception last night was really fun. I didn't take any videos at the wedding or reception, but my feet hurt from those like heels. I got comfy heels from India to dance in, but still they're not very comfortable. So my feet are hurting. So I'm gonna take a little break. Your finger is literally covering the camera.
It's really not.
Okay, let's do a quick little fit check. So I'm wearing Birks on the bottom.
With a little pedicure.
The full set is from Amazon for my friend Yana. Shout out. Purse is Michael Kors, which I think I got it from TJ Maxx or as a gift. I don't really remember. Sunnies from Amazon.
Earrings?
Earrings, I think from Francesca's as a bachelorette gift. Thanks, Ria.
Okay, and?
Ring. Thanks, Shiv. Okay.